Hello everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another review episode. Today I'm going to review in episode 2 of the CHUCKY TV series, the Child's Play TV series. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this episode here opens up with a flashback scene of Charles Lee Ray as a young boy. He's been out trick-or-treating. He's got a bag of sweets. He opens them up and there's an apple inside. One apple inside a bag of sweets. He takes a look at it and notices there's a razor blade sticking out of the apple and touches it, cuts his finger, and subsequently bites into the apple in the part where the razor blade is, knowing it's there, and he's bleeding. Jump forward to present day and we catch up with the main character of Jake. Now if you remember in the previous episode, he was living with his father. His father had fallen on hard times. His father was a bit of an alcoholic. His father would strike him and he was electrified. This is important. He was electrified down in the basement after the lights had gone out. Chucky's responsible for the electrification, although it looks like an accident. So we catch up with Jake. He's now staying with his uncle and his aunt and their son, his cousin, who he doesn't really get on with. Yeah, so the episode spends time obviously with his characters again. Jake getting back into school. There's a Halloween party that's going on. Now, Chucky does kill the housekeeper just for fun. He pushes her over and she falls onto a dishwasher full of knives that are stuck upwards. Moral of the story, don't put your your knives in the dishwasher sticking up. Always put them face down. Anyway, so the maid dies. The police are investigating. Obviously they think it's a bit suspicious that Jake himself has been in the vicinity of 2 accidental deaths. Yeah, you know, like they do, a little bit of suspicion. But anyway, so Jake gets invited to this Halloween party that's going on. The cousin is there. The cousin's there with his girlfriend, who's the bully girl. Now, while at the party, she has gone dressed up as Jake's father. Yes, she's gone dressed in her Halloween costume as a boiler suit with a little goatee beard, with a wig on. It's like this, and she's all like shaking around, giving it this sort of thing, and she's basically mimicking what happened to Jake's father. Obviously this upsets him. Now Chucky wants to kill this girl. There's a scene prior to this where Chucky is in the house and he's stabbing up through the bed, but he's ultimately missing. You know, things occur, they move over, the boy and the girl while they're on the bed as the knife's coming through. You know, it's all a little bit humorous. He doesn't get to kill him. Now there is a lot of manipulation on Chucky's part in this episode. You do see the doll fairly regularly. He's got a relationship with Jake. He's building a relationship with Jake. He's telling Jake that he didn't kill the babysitter, or the house sitter, sorry, the cleaning lady. It was just an accident, this sort of thing. There's a great scene where Chucky himself goes out trick-or-treating. And he goes to this lady's house and he's wearing a Hello Kitty mask and she just thinks that he's a small child, and he's questioning her about where there's a Halloween party. This is prior to him getting to the Halloween party house, and gives her an apple, harking back to the beginning scene of the episode. We later see her with her mouth bleeding and reporting it to the police that she's been given an apple by a little child containing a razor blade. Now, the bully girl, she's got a younger sister who's obviously got autism or something of that ilk. She's not very social, but you saw in the first episode that she's taken with the Chucky doll. When she saw the Chucky doll on stage, and in the scene when they're in the school talent contest or talent show, and she's drawing a picture of the doll. She remembers it just by seeing it that one time, exactly what it looks like, and she draws a fabulous picture of it, and she really likes it. Now later on we do see a scene where Chucky is questioning this little girl as to the location of her sister, and the little girl's just sat there on her own with Chucky, and they're both playing like a PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 game. I don't know what game it is, but it's a very violent game where they're killing people. And Chucky's talking to her and sort of telling her that it's okay to kill people, this sort of thing. So You see a lot of manipulation with this little girl at the moment. I'm sure this will go somewhere because of her issues, and also he's manipulating Jake as well at the end of the episode, where he's telling him to go and kill the girl, the bully girl, and Jake picks up the knife and sort of closes off there. So this episode was written by, or partly written by, Don Mancini, the architect of the Child's Play franchise, and I had a lot of fun with it. Okay, I know that the programme does push certain agendas onto you, shall we say, which I'm not too happy with. Luckily, it felt kind of toned down in this episode, more so than what it was in the first. But that aside, I had a lot of fun with this episode. It's fantastic seeing Chucky back. The effects with the doll are very good, you know. Had no issue with that whatsoever. The production's there up on the screen. It looks good. Ultimately, it's you know, whether this program lives or dies is dependent, for me, is dependent on the characterizations of the main people. There's a lot of decent stuff going on at the moment, but for the most part, I'm there for the Chucky doll, to see Chucky, to see what Chucky does, because, you know, after coming off the back of the 7 films, it's great to see a continuation at this time. I watched the 7 films going into this, and yeah, so it's very enjoyable. I did enjoy the episode, a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's episode. I think it's going to be good. Anyway, this is AJ. I'm getting away. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That will help the channel. And hopefully you'll come back next week for my chat about next week's episode, which will be next Wednesday as well. Probably a little later in the day, but there you go. Anyway, this is AJ. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care all. Goodbye.